My name is davidjr.com.
And over here, please. And over to your right.
Why take time out of your busy schedule to come and support Live Mansion?
Just because I'm hostile towards Hollywood. I mean, I don't like the crap that Hollywood is making, and this is sort of a stand to say great material, great actors can come from anywhere. So watch out. Anybody can do it, and that's the way it should be. It should be sort of like like egalitarian. It can come from anywhere, grassroots. And so I love that film, which was the biggest thing that used to prohibit anybody from doing film was how expensive and prohibitive that was. But if you all of a sudden take that out of the equation, then anybody can do it. Like with music, anybody can do music. But with movies, it was so expensive, not everybody could do it. So it had to be controlled by the studios, and it was in their hands, and they decided everything. I love that this can be taken from them, and the guy in the basement can create his own film, and it can be seen. It's awesome.
Was there ever a time in your career where you thought you'd give up and that it was maybe too difficult? What can you tell those people who are talented but maybe haven't broken in?
I never really felt like that. I always knew I was going to make it. I mean, I knew I was going to make it big. I knew I was going to be working. That's what I always knew. I was confident in that because I loved what I did. I wasn't trying to be famous. I wasn't trying to be rich. I was just trying to enjoy my acting and do the best I could. That's all I cared about. I didn't even care to get paid. I didn't care, what I was in. I did a lot of NYU shorts. I still do a lot of independent films because I think it's still the best writing out there and the most opportunity to actually act. Most Hollywood films are just like rides and you just show up for the job, but you get paid well. But, I always study really hard, and that's what I was in it for. Just do great work. I didn't really care about anything else, and that propelled me and got me where I am today. Just a drive to be great, not to be successful.
Do you think now with the internet and places like Live Mansion, Mania TV, MySpace, etc., how do you think that's going to change the shape of entertainment?
It's the same thing that happened to the big studios when the independent film boom happened. Like back, in the late 80s, early 90s, that all of a sudden the low-budget film was teaching the studios, and it still is. The small, obscure movie that got made from funds from Robert Rodriguez donating blood, Spike Lee using his parents' credit cards. I mean, you hear the story. This movie that couldn't get made by a studio all of a sudden becomes this huge mega buster, like not Four Weddings and a Funeral, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, Robert Rodriguez, El Mariachi, all that stuff. I mean, this is the new version of that, a much more affordable version. So you don't have to be just a rich middle-class kid who went to the right school. You can even be the Joe Schmo from, Oklahoma.
Celebrity gossip is such a big thing on the internet now, and it's like millions of hits. And want to ask you something, don't want to get too personal, but how many sugars do you have in your coffee?
What do you mean? What do you mean by how many sugars do I have in coffee?
Or do you believe in UFOs?
Of course I believe in UFOs. How do you think we got the government that we have? Who put Bush into office? It wasn't us. We didn't vote for him. Somebody must have been aliens.